I have so many hundreds of perfumes and I'm losing them. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video on the best Gardenia perfumes. I'm updating some old perfume note videos and this was one that you guys requested I do. So I'm going to be letting you know my top recommendations for Gardenia fragrances. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos like this on perfume notes, ranges, new releases, perfumers, so do check out my other content. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up, that really helps me. And as always, I'll leave the links to where you can get all these perfumes I mentioned, where they're available all around the world. All the links will be in the description box. Cool, so Gardenia is of course a floral note, and it's definitely one that I personally really like. It's a note that I class as like a delicate note, and along with things like magnolia and other like spring type floral notes, peony, it's not a heavy floral, and it has, in my view, this isn't a technical term, it has like a sparkling quality to it because it has a kind of aquatic wateriness to it. It's light, it's pretty, it's delicate, and as a result most Gardenia perfumes do tend to be relatively light, so they're the kind of perfumes I'd recommend for the spring or summer. Interestingly, Gardenia the flower is actually part of the coffee plant family. Fun fact for you there. So probably one of the best examples of a Gardenia perfume is from Erin, which is part of Estee Lauder, and it is their Gardenia Rattan. So this one has lots of Gardenia and a little bit of tropical tiare flower in there, and again some quite aquatic fresh notes. It's really pretty, elegant, delicate, and it's probably my top recommendation for a Gardenia perfume, but it is quite expensive, £100 for the 50ml. You can get it at Look Fantastic in the UK with my code LFTF Soki, where you can get 21% off. But I do find in general the Erin perfumes are good value for money. You don't need a lot of sprays. I know that probably the most like well-known Gardenia perfume at the moment is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia, the pink one. I personally don't get a lot of Gardenia from this because it has very sweet undertones. It's quite a sugary sweet fragrance. You've also got jasmine in there, which is quite overpowering when it's put with something light like Gardenia. So it does have some Gardenia vibes, but I wouldn't really recommend it if you're looking for like a pure, fresh Gardenia scent. One that's a little bit more affordable than the Erin is from Coach, and it's their Coach Dreams fragrance. This has a little bit of a fruity opening with some pear and orange, but then the main heart note is that Gardenia, which is really pretty, again, very sparkling, this fragrance. I would say though this is really very light, doesn't perform that well, so it's more even like a summertime fragrance or for very hot, humid climates, but it does smell of Gardenia and it is a really pretty scent. From the Tocca range of perfumes, their Florence is a Gardenia one. The Tocca perfumes all tend to be like different flowers, and this is their Gardenia fragrance. Again, it has a pear in the opening, but it also does have a little bit of powderiness from a violet note. It has jasmine, so it's not as pure a Gardenia as the Erin one. From Jo Loves, which is the brand that's owned and run by Jo Malone now, and I think one of their best sellers is Golden Gardenia. Now this is quite a woody Gardenia. It has a suede note in, quite unisex. It's a bit heavier than a lot of the others in this list, and it has a bit of cardamom that comes across in the opening, which is quite fresh and like clean, but this one's like a little bit more deeper, woodier. Perhaps you could wear this in the autumn. It doesn't have as much of that fresh sparkling note as the others that don't have these heavier woody notes in. One that I really like is from Van Cleef & Arpels, and it's their Gardenia Petal. Again, these are quite pricey, but this one is pretty good for lasting. This is again really pretty sparkling Gardenia with a little bit of green in the background, but you get a lot of pure Gardenia, watery, light, fresh, floral, clean floral notes in this. But yeah, this is probably another one of my top recommendations, but it is more pricey. A really good fragrance is from Elie Saab, and their Le Parfum Essential, which is the pink one, has lots of Gardenia with a bit of orange blossom in. It's very pretty, fresh, clean, kind of like a bridal type fragrance. I'd say in general Gardenia is a great bridal perfume or wedding perfume. This one is definitely one of the prettier, lighter ones in the Elisab range, and I love Orange Blossom. Again, it's stronger than Gardenia and it obviously has some orange notes in it, but the sparkling Gardenia comes through and then the Orange Blossom supports it. So Gardenia is the star of the show for this one, and you can often get this discounted. I know Elisab's really hard to find in North America, but I'll find this and leave the links for you down below. Also from Miller Harris, their Secret Gardenia. This again, at first you get lots of Gardenia, but it does have a violet powdery note in the dry down, so it's a little bit powdery and musky in the dry down, but in the opening and in the heart is lots of clean aquatic gardenia. So this is quite a good option if you don't mind the powdery muskiness in as it settles. And I think quite a classic gardenia fragrance is of course from Elizabeth Taylor, simply called Gardenia. This one is actually really strong, but it has some notes in it which personally I find are a little bit dated. So Carnation and Lily of the Valley, those are notes that were used a lot in the 60s, 70s, 80s in a lot of like classic scents, and we rarely see them used these days. So it does have a bit of a stronger, almost mossy undertone with the Gardenia, which really helps it be strong. Another great option that kind of inspired this video actually is the new Valentino Born in Roma Gold Donna. This combines Gardenia with coconut, so it has a bit of a deeper feel to it, but it's not a sweet coconut, it's more kind of a woody coconut, warm coconut. But the Gardenia is the main note and it's really pretty and sparkling. This has just come out and it's limited edition, so it's not available everywhere, but I was really impressed with this. I really loved the Gardenia in this, and I really like that the coconut didn't take over as well, and I found it's lasted pretty well. It's an eau de parfum, so I'll leave the links to this down below where it's available, but it's not in every country yet. So there aren't a huge amount of options when it comes to Gardenia fragrances. I would love to make a Gardenia fragrance in the future actually. I love that sparkling quality. Probably do something kind of like the Elisab Essential, I'm not sure. Let me know if you'd like to see me make a Gardenia perfume. But I think the Erin is probably my favourite, along with the Van Cleef, and the Coach one is really nice, but you are going to want to keep reapplying that one. But guys, let me know what your favourite is. Which ones do you recommend? What else would you add to this list? I'm sure there are others out there. Everything will be linked in the description, all the perfumes I mentioned as always. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments and what other perfume note videos you'd like to see from me. But that's it guys, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!